Did you know that more than 70% of men over 60 already face some degree of difficulty maintaining a firm and lasting erection, even without having a medical diagnosis? This is not a myth. These are real facts, confirmed in international studies. The big problem is that most men ignore the signs, let them pass until the situation becomes irreversible. What starts as a mild problem, an isolated night, can turn into constant impotence. But imagine this. Before even thinking about an intimate encounter or masturbation, there is a detail so simple, so everyday, that it can change everything. Something that is probably already in your kitchen, something you use to clean or to remove odors from the refrigerator, and that, without knowing it, could directly influence your circulation. I'm talking about baking soda. Yes, that white powder you've always had on hand, but never imagined could be an ally for your energy and male performance. For thousands of men over 60, this small ingredient has stopped being an ordinary product. When used correctly, it can help restore vitality, improve erections, and bring back lost confidence. Over the years, I've heard stories from men like Carlos, 63, who arrived tired, frustrated, embarrassed to talk about what was happening to them. Many of them had normal lab tests, but their bodies were screaming that something was wrong: low energy, low desire, erections that disappeared. That's when I realized we had to look beyond the obvious. Baking soda, although it may seem so basic, works on deep processes in the body. It regulates pH, improves oxygenation, promotes circulation, and can influence hormonal responses. It's like adjusting the hidden gears of a machine that seemed worn out, but that can work again with strength and vigor. It's the small details that trigger the big changes. Today, you will discover the 7 most powerful benefits of baking soda for mature men. Each one has a scientific basis and is backed by real experiences that have transformed lives. Stay until the end, because the 7th benefit is shocking and could completely change the way you understand male vitality. So, if you're already over 60 and notice that your body responds differently, this message is for you. In the next few minutes, you will understand why you should never underestimate baking soda and how this silent ally can be key for your energy, your intimate health, and your longevity. As men age, the body becomes more acidic. This condition, known as mild metabolic acidosis, silently affects the body without giving obvious signs. The blood thickens, the vessels stiffen, and circulation begins to fail. For men over 60, this translates into less energy, constant fatigue, and, above all, problems maintaining firm and lasting erections. Think of your blood vessels as if they were garden hoses. When they are new and flexible, water flows without difficulty, without obstacles. Over the years, with the accumulation of waste, those hoses harden, narrow, and the flow gets blocked. That is exactly what happens in your body when acidity accumulates too much. The blood is there, but it doesn't reach with the pressure needed to sustain the male potency that once seemed automatic. This is where baking soda comes into action. As a natural alkalizer, it neutralizes excess acids and restores the pH balance in your body. This small metabolic adjustment generates immediate changes in circulation. Vessels become more relaxed, blood flows more freely, and nutrients are efficiently transported to every corner of the body. One of my patients, James, 65, retired, came to the office frustrated, with his vitality gone, and confessed he constantly felt tired, as if his body no longer responded. His tests seemed normal, but I detected imbalances in his acid-base equilibrium. By incorporating baking soda into his daily routine, within a few weeks, he began to experience something that hadn't happened for years: constant morning erections, full of firmness and vigor. This result was no coincidence. Science shows that baking soda directly impacts endothelial function, the inner layer of the vessels that regulates relaxation. When this function improves, blood flow increases not only to the heart and brain, but also to the pelvic region, where the real intimate action takes place. And it's not just sexual health that benefits. Balancing pH affects the entire body. Many men report regaining energy to move, sleeping better, and even feeling less muscle pain. The body starts working efficiently again, without the overload caused by chronic acidity. It's like sharpening a knife that had been dull for years. This is just the first of the 7 benefits that baking soda can provide. The next one is even more decisive. How does it enhance blood oxygenation? By ensuring that every cell, including those responsible for erections, receives the vital fuel it needs. Benefit number 2, improved oxygenation. Few people know that the firmness of an erection does not depend solely on blood flow. What truly ensures rigidity and duration is the amount of oxygen that reaches the erectile tissue. Without enough oxygen, even a penis full of blood loses strength quickly. It's like inflating a balloon with weak air. It never fills completely. With age, red blood cells, responsible for transporting oxygen, lose efficiency. This means that even if there is blood, it no longer delivers the necessary fuel to the tissues. The result: weaker erections, less intense orgasms, and a constant feeling of fatigue. This is where baking soda makes a difference, acting directly on the oxygenation your body needs. By balancing the blood's pH, hemoglobin releases oxygen more efficiently. In an acidic environment, it holds on to too much oxygen and fails to deliver it to the cells that need it. With a more alkaline environment, promoted by baking soda, oxygen reaches cells optimally, nourishing every organ and tissue. One example is Michael, 74, a retired high school teacher. He confessed, "I feel like I lack energy, not just in the bedroom, but in everyday life." After incorporating small doses of baking soda and adding light walks, in just a month he noticed a remarkable change: more vitality, firmer and more frequent erections, and an overall feeling of being more alive. This effect is not limited to intimacy. With more oxygen circulating, the brain works better, memory becomes clearer, and physical endurance increases. Many men describe it as lifting an invisible weight off the mind and body. Every cell needs oxygen to stay active and strong. Studies confirm that improving oxygenation reduces chronic fatigue, speeds up muscle recovery, and strengthens cardiovascular health. This shows that caring for intimate vitality is actually caring for the whole body. A man who breathes better from the inside lives longer and with better quality of life. Now that you understand the importance of oxygenation, we need to face another silent enemy: chronic inflammation. Inflammation blocks vessels and robs potency, but baking soda can also act as a powerful ally against this thief of vitality. Benefit number 3, reduction of inflammation. Many think that erectile dysfunction is mainly due to a drop in testosterone, but in most cases, the real culprit is chronic inflammation that damages blood vessels. This inflammation doesn't hurt, doesn't give warnings, but slowly erodes vitality. When vessels are inflamed, the endothelium, their inner layer, becomes stiff and loses its ability to relax, preventing the production of nitric oxide, the key molecule that allows blood to flow. Without this function, the penis doesn't receive the blood needed for a firm erection. Baking soda helps slow this process by modulating the internal environment. By reducing acidity, it decreases stress on vessels and activates natural anti-inflammatory pathways, preserving vascular health and restoring flexibility to the arteries. John, 70, told me, "I feel like my body is always working against me." His tests showed high inflammatory markers. By incorporating baking soda along with light walking, in a few weeks he reported morning erections and increased daily energy. This result is not an isolated case. Men who manage inflammation improve not only their sexual life, but also their heart, memory, and even joints. Chronic inflammation doesn't choose where to attack. It steals energy wherever it finds weakness, like silent corrosion that wears down the pipes of a house, weakening everything in its path. On the outside, everything may seem normal, but inside the structure of the body gradually deteriorates silently. Baking soda acts as a protective shield, slowing this deterioration and helping the body continue functioning with strength and vitality. What comes next is even more crucial. Baking soda also plays a decisive role in the production of nitric oxide, the essential molecule for blood to reach the penis with strength. Without it, an erection simply cannot happen. This will be our next benefit. Benefit number 4, support for nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is the spark that initiates an erection. It sends the signal for the vessels to relax and allow blood to flow into the penis. Without enough nitric oxide, desire may exist, but the body doesn't respond. It's like having the right key but a blocked lock. After 60, the production of this molecule naturally decreases. This is one of the main reasons many older men face difficulty maintaining firm erections. Even with an active libido, the body no longer reacts as it used to. Excess acidity in the blood accelerates the breakdown of nitric oxide, worsening the situation further. This is where baking soda comes into action. By balancing pH, it creates an ideal environment to produce and preserve this essential molecule, restoring part of the body's natural responsiveness. David, 66, told me, "I feel desire, but I don't sense any response from my body." By including baking soda in his routine, along with deep breathing and daily stretching, weeks later, he reported that the response returned spontaneously, just like in his younger years. This effect is not limited to intimacy. Nitric oxide also protects the heart, improves brain circulation, and helps regulate blood pressure. Taking care of erections is actually taking care of overall health. There is no separation between sexual potency and vitality. We can compare nitric oxide to the spark that lights a flame. Baking soda is not the spark itself, but it prepares and protects the environment so that the flame continues to burn. Without this care, the spark goes out quickly. With the right balance, the flame lasts and the body responds with more energy and vigor. And there is something even more surprising. Baking soda does not only act on vessels and blood, it also supports key organs for energy and vitality, the liver and kidneys. In the next benefit, you will discover how this powder can detoxify your body and renew your vitality. Benefit number 5, detoxification of the liver and kidneys. Few men realize how much the liver and kidneys influence their energy and vitality. These organs work silently, filtering toxins, balancing hormones, and keeping the body clean. When they are overloaded, fatigue, loss of energy, and even difficulties in intimate life appear. The liver is responsible for processing old hormones and producing bile, essential for digestion and metabolism, while the kidneys filter waste from the blood, regulate blood pressure, and balance salts and minerals. When these systems fail, the body accumulates internal waste that affects circulation and reduces sexual performance. Baking soda acts directly on this overload. By reducing acidity in the blood and urine, it eases the kidneys' workload and facilitates their filtration. In the liver, it improves bile flow, helping eliminate toxins and supporting natural detoxification. It's like performing an internal cleaning that revitalizes the entire body. Robert, 70, retired, told me, "I feel like I'm poisoned from the inside." His tests showed high uric acid and signs of liver overload. With small doses of baking soda and simple adjustments to his routine, in just a few weeks, he noticed mental clarity, more energy, and more frequent erections. This change is no coincidence. Science shows that a healthy liver and kidneys are directly related to optimal male hormonal balance. When these organs function properly, testosterone is used more effectively, and the body responds with strength and vitality. When they fail, even intimate potency is affected. We can imagine these organs as air filters in an engine. Clean, the engine runs effortlessly. Clogged, the entire system loses power. Baking soda helps keep these filters in good condition, ensuring the body's machine functions efficiently. And this is not the only metabolic advantage of baking soda. It also directly impacts sugar cravings and weight management, which are fundamental factors for male intimate health. This will be our next benefit. Benefit number 6, sugar control and weight loss. Many men over 60 notice that their abdomen grows, even without significant changes in diet. That abdominal fat is not just aesthetic, it's a metabolic and hormonal problem. Excess fat in this area increases the production of aromatase, the enzyme that converts testosterone into estrogen. The result: less virility, more fatigue, and lower sexual desire. Excessive sugar consumption is one of the main culprits. It causes insulin spikes, increases inflammation, and promotes abdominal fat accumulation. To make matters worse, the more sugar is consumed, the more the body craves it, creating a difficult cycle to break. Many men describe this as a daily struggle against their own impulses. Baking soda can help break this cycle. By balancing internal pH, it helps stabilize glucose throughout the day, which translates into fewer hunger spikes and fewer sugar cravings. Over time, this small adjustment facilitates weight loss and reduces the hormonal overload caused by abdominal fat. James, 66, a former soccer coach, told me, "This belly is ruining my life." He felt that the extra weight affected his health, energy, and intimate confidence. After incorporating baking soda into his routine, James noticed fewer sugar cravings and began reducing his waistline. Science confirms that even small reductions in visceral fat improve free testosterone levels and increase physical energy. This translates into more daily vitality and firmer performance and intimacy. In short, losing weight becomes a direct path to recovering male potency. We can imagine sugar as a silent thief. It steals energy, damages circulation, and sabotages hormones. Baking soda, by helping control those impulses, acts like a guardian protecting internal balance and maintaining metabolic discipline. And there is something even more powerful. Baking soda not only helps control weight, but also improves the sensitivity of testosterone receptors. This will be our next benefit, key for letting your own testosterone work in your favor. Benefit number 7. Testosterone sensitivity. Many men have blood tests and discover that their testosterone levels are normal, yet they still feel tired, unmotivated, and struggle to maintain erections. This happens because it's not enough for the hormone to circulate. The body must know how to use it. The ones responsible for this use are the testosterone receptors, small doors located on the cells. Over the years, inflammation and internal acidity weaken these doors, reducing their sensitivity. It's like having the hormonal message ready, but no one answers the phone. Baking soda helps reverse this process. By reducing silent inflammation and balancing the internal environment, it restores sensitivity to these receptors. In this way, the testosterone your body already produces is used more efficiently, generating more energy, desire, and vitality. Mark, 64, a former police officer, shared a common experience. "They told me my testosterone is fine, but I still feel no drive." After adjusting his routine and including baking soda, in just a few weeks he noticed improved mood, more physical energy, and, above all, greater intimate confidence. This benefit is strategic because it allows you to take full advantage of what your body already produces. Instead of relying on external supplements, baking soda facilitates the intelligent use of natural testosterone. It's like repairing a radio antenna. The signal is already there, but you only hear it clearly when reception improves. Science shows that men with better hormonal sensitivity have more muscle mass, less body fat, and superior sexual performance. Caring for the receptors is just as vital as caring for hormone production. Baking soda becomes a silent but essential ally. Now that you have reached this point, you understand that baking soda is not just a kitchen powder. It can act directly on your circulation, oxygenation, inflammation, nitric oxide, detoxification, sugar control, and even improve how your body uses testosterone. 7 pillars that support your potency and vitality. These benefits are not empty promises. They are results proven in scientific research and real-life cases of men who have experienced them. Small changes, applied correctly, can transform the way a man ages. After 60, it is still possible to regain energy, desire, and firm erections. For years, I have worked with men who thought everything was lost and found a path to recovery, dignity, and confidence. The most important thing is to understand that you are not alone. If today you feel fatigue, lack of firmness, or insecurity, this can be reversed. Your body is not broken. It just needs support and balance. Baking soda is one of those simple resources that can make a difference. I want to ask you, which of the 7 benefits impacted you the most? Write it with the corresponding number and share your experience. Your response not only helps inspire other men to care for their health and vitality, but also motivates conscious decisions to improve their lives. Quality information can make the difference between aging limited or strong. Remember, aging well does not depend on luck, but but on the decisions you make today. Baking soda can be a small ally within a larger self-care strategy. Take care of your body, protect your intimate health, and face the next decade with more energy, passion, and confidence. Your vitality is in your hands, and change begins with simple but powerful steps.